Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to talk about the actual cost for $20,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 52-year-old female. Now, first thing you need to understand is you can go directly to our website. We've got these free quotes on just about every page. Select the state that you live in, coverage amount, fill in your birthday, the rest of the info, click Get Quotes Now, and it will take you to a page that's going to show you all the best insurance companies with all the best pricing, and you can be a smart consumer and not fall for all these ridiculously low rates you see on TV and magazines that are never true. They're all too good to be true. You can also call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456, and talk with one of our agents. They can run those pricing for you as well. Now, first thing you want to understand as a 52-year-old female is $20,000 going to be enough to cover your final expense needs? Now, that would typically be either a cremation or a burial. Now, the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. And if you're going to have some sort of ceremony, like celebration of life ceremony, remembrance ceremony, get together, something like that, in addition to the cremation, that's probably going to be around $3,500 to $4,500. So $20,000 would definitely be enough. I would probably say you'd be overinsured. A lot of the people we work with are on fixed or limited incomes, so we recommend not overinsuring. Probably the average amount for a 52-year-old female we help with the cremation, where they come home in a cardboard box or an urn, around $5,000 to $7,000. If you're going to have that ceremony and the cremation, probably $7,000 to $10,000. Keep in mind, if you're on a fixed or limited income and you need to get something smaller, we can always help you add more coverage. But we typically don't recommend people saying, oh, I want to get $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 and then leave money behind for my kids or family members or something like that. We really recommend this insurance kind of for people on a fixed or limited income, just for your final expenses. But if you've got the financial means and you want more, we can certainly help you out with that. Now, for a burial, the average cost of a burial right now in the United States is right around $10,000. So if you walk into pretty much any funeral home in the United States with a $10,000 check, though, they should be able to help you out. I can't imagine they're going to let that check walk out the door to one of their competitors 2 blocks down the road or something like that. Just keep in mind, $10,000, that's going to be a very simple funeral, very meager. So you might want to get some more. The average amount that we really help 52-year-old females, it's going to be somewhere between that $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. And just, again, keep in mind, if your budget's a little tight, you can get $10,000 now. That takes care of your most immediate needs, and we can always help you add more coverage later. So one thing you really want to make sure that you do get is first day coverage or benefits, and that's what we help people with here at Funeral Funds of America. We don't recommend those 2-year waiting period plans. I'm going to talk about those in a minute. You simply want to avoid those. Now, a lot of people would say, well, yeah, I like the first day coverage, but I'm not in the best of health and I'm not sure I would qualify. To which we say, hey, your health is our concern, not your concern. We work with enough different insurance companies that they've all got different health questions. They've all got different underwriting. And 95% of the time, we're getting people first day coverage or benefits. So we're terrific at what we do there. Really, the only reason we couldn't get you first day coverage or benefits would be if you had a serious, significant health or medical issue going on, like maybe you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you had dementia, or you're on dialysis, or you are in a hospital or in a nursing home. If that were the case, we'd probably refer you out to a different insurance company. The other thing that does happen too is seems like every week we get somebody calls up and they'll say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week and they didn't have insurance and we don't have any money. And the body's down at the funeral home and the funeral director's not going to do anything till he gets a check in his hand. So we need to get this insurance really quick so that we can get a check in our hand to get to the funeral director, to which we have to say, well, unfortunately, there's no insurance company or plan in the United States where you can get insurance on a dead person. And it's really sad that the person died and they didn't have anything in place. They knew they were going to die. They just didn't know when. They rolled the dice. And now they've just put their family in this terrible financial and emotional situation and not provided for them at all. And I guess that's going to be their legacy, that anytime their name pops up in the future, everybody's going to instantly think about, the end of their life when they didn't take care of something that they could have taken care of, and it cost everybody a bunch of money. So don't be that person. This insurance is easy to get. It's affordable, and we can help you qualify for the best rates, and we'll do our best to get you first day coverage as well. So yeah, don't be that person. So we don't recommend 2-year waiting periods. And Colonial Penn, probably one of the more well-known, I guess, companies. I guess probably just because they advertise on TV all the time. Seems like they're on TV every 7 minutes or something like that. But their $9.95 plan is a 2-year waiting period plan. Yeah, you probably didn't know that. So we don't recommend that at all, especially if you can get first day coverage. And what that means is that if you die from a health or medical reason in the first 2 years of the policy, they're not going to pay anything. They're not going to pay any death benefit. You won't get any insurance money from them. So we don't recommend that at all. And then what also happens is a lot of 52-year-old females would say, gosh, at age 52, I'm still pretty young. For $9.95, I can probably get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 for $9.95. I'm going to get such a deal. And then they talk with a Colonial Penn agent, or they look it up online on their website like we've done for you here. Female age 52, $9.95 is $1,890 for one unit. So that may be enough to pay for a cremation in some parts of the United States, but it's got a 2-year waiting period. It's not going to pay that out for 2 years for any health or medical related cause of death. So it's going to be worth less than 2 years than it is today. So why would you get a marginal plan to start? Really doesn't make sense. So let's take a look and see what would 20,000. We may not be able to get 20,000. Let's see, what's the 12 units? Oh, okay, we still can. Got to guess with this. So yeah, it looks like 11 units is right around 20,000, 20,790, and that's $110 roughly, $109.45. Let's go see what that would be in first day coverage. See if we can save you money. Here's an insider secret. I know we can save you money. So 20,000, age 52, female. Get quote. Again, we're going to go over here. 110 for 20,000-ish. Look at what we can do. $46. We work with Trinity Life Insurance. They're a great company. Flexible underwriting. Level means first day coverage. 46.46. So when you look over here, same amount of coverage roughly. And it's like, Colonial Penn is way more than 200% higher. So why would you ever buy a policy that's 200% higher that you're going to have to overpay every single month for the rest of your life and then suffer through a 2-year waiting period? Why would you ever do such nonsense? It makes no sense at all. So this is 46 and up to, so that is roughly 60, let's just round it, say $60 a month. So 6 times 12 is $720 a year. That would be, after 10 years, you will have overpaid right around $7,200 on a $20,000 policy if you go with Colonial Penn. Why would you do such a thing? Why would you not just keep that money in your own pocket, spend it on yourself or your loved ones, and get a first day coverage policy that's like 200% less expensive? I don't know. I guess that's why we're making these videos. Let's look at some other ones here. You'll be able to see all these different insurance companies on our quoter. Here's one, Lumico, level first day coverage, but it's 68 versus 46, roughly $20, about 22. I'm just going to say it's 20. That's $240 a year. You'll overpay right around $2,400 after 10 years, $4,800 after 20 years. Why would you overpay? Why would you set yourself up from the very first to overpay? We don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, here's another company, Lincoln Heritage. They're a fine company, I guess. But look at that pricing. Yikes, they're expensive. It is level coverage. That's good, first day. But yeah, they're more expensive. And the reason is they've got a deal where if you pass away, or when you pass away, that they'll call 2 or 3 different funeral homes, kind of price shop around a little bit for you. maybe do a couple other things, but it's not free. You know, it's built into the premium. You're gonna pay more. So that's right at $70. And this is 46. So that is roughly $30 a month. That's like $360 a year, give or take. And after 10 years, that's like an extra $3,600. So you got to ask yourself, is it worth paying an insurance company an extra $3,600 to make 2 or 3 phone calls and then, you know, do a couple other things that might only take an hour or so? That's a pretty good payday for an hour or two's worth of work. So yeah, most people would say they'd rather keep that money in their own pocket or get more insurance with the same amount of money. We can help you do that. Actually, what we do as well is we provide a free funeral and estate planning guide, and you just fill that out and say what goes to who and what. You just fill that out and say who gets what and what goes where and what you want to occur after you pass away, burial, cremation. Just put all your final wishes in there, and then you keep that with your insurance policy. And then when you do pass away, your family has to go to one place, and they're not only protected financially with the insurance, but they're protected emotionally because you've taken care of everything. All they have to do is just execute your wishes that are listed in that funeral and estate planning guide. And oh my gosh, that takes so much pressure off the family because they don't have to guess about anything. They're just going to fulfill your final wishes, knowing that's exactly how you wanted it, and that will provide them with so much peace of mind. And it will show them that you actually love them so much that you were thinking about them while you were alive and thinking ahead forward to a time in the future where you knew you wouldn't be there for them, but you still could be there for them with the insurance and helping them make sure that your final wishes were taken care of. And that is just a wonderful gift of love to leave behind. So go to our website. We've got these quoters on every page. We've got a special one for our YouTube listeners, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. You can get the best discounts and lowest rates there. And then we've got our toll-free number, 888-862-9456, if you want to talk with one of our agents. And whether you're just looking at price shopping your current policy, or maybe you want to add coverage to it, we can help you out with that. If you're looking for brand new coverage from scratch, we can help you out with that. And if you just want some help or information or want to know how these things work, we can certainly help you out with that too. So until that day comes, we'll just be waiting to hear from you. We look forward to when that day will come, and we can help you out with this. Until that day does come, you take care, you stay safe, you have a nice day. Bye-bye.